Well, welcome to April. So, today's mission. Nice clean equipment, by the way. Today's mission. Check the state of the field I've already, well, the worker, weeded, hoed. Just make sure that no weeds have popped up in there. But I definitely need to do the other field. Something I have learnt between last recording and this one is I didn't need to fertilise the peas, but they seem to be like the same as soybeans, where you don't need to fertilise them. They are nitrogen correcting crops, I think it's termed as. So I didn't know to do that. So that was a waste of fertiliser. Oh well, lives and learns. Anyway, and the other one, I'm still contemplating cultivating this lovely field of grass up and planting peas in here, although that I don't know if that's worthwhile, or just hire the gear and cut this, turn it into chaff and put it in one of these pits, clamps. Not sure. Cost of hiring the gear probably doesn't make sense. Anyway, first up, let's get over to the other field and get hoeing. That's weed infested. Actually, what does that other field look like? Nearly forgot to check. Visit. Ooh. Weed free, it would appear. Let's just have a look, see on here. Weeds. Not a green speck in sight. Just turn that off to make sure. Yeah. Perfect. Whereas I bet the other one looks quite green. Oh. Yeah, that's quite bad. Let's hope that this this fixes the problem. So let's unfold this. The old GPS up. Yep. Okay, let's see how this goes. Drop that down, engage it. Oh, that looks fantastic. All of the unwanted is disappearing. Alright, shouldn't take long, get this done. And then move on to something else. Oh, that looks so much better. I noticed there's just one little spot there. Right, that's done. That is definitely the way to go, isn't it? No chemicals, weed free. That field will look spot on when it's fully grown. So, whilst we have this beastie, and I'm sure we've got some time left with it before we hit the first hour's worth of rental, I assume it will tell me in here. Least 0.4. So, is there a contract? I mean, there's so many fields full of weeds, there's got to be a contract, doesn't there? Hoeing, anything nearby. 81, that rings a bell. Oh no, well, that's not too far away from where I am currently, because the river crossing's down here. 35, oh, that's right up there. 16. Oh, 16's right by the farm, the shed. I think we'll do that one. Shouldn't take too long. Definitely pays for it. We should be able to make use of the full hour I've paid for. So let's grab that and head over to field 16, which we'll just mark. Tag that. Right. Let me head on over. See you when I get there. Right, here we are. Fold it. Should be on. Yes, it is. Right. Get this little job done. And I might just buy this piece of equipment, I think. Although, I'm not going to need it again for a little while, I suppose, so maybe the money's better hung on to for now and used to invest in another field. Probably the better, wiser decision. Certainly make some reasonable money off the liming and fertilizer, well, liming contracts, which I have all the gear for, so maybe that's the way forward. Anyway, get on with this and see what happens. Apparently I'm done. I was just so in the zone then I didn't realise. Okay, well this weeder hoe has definitely paid for itself, I reckon. How much time? 0.7, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's get rid of that and return it. Yep, then do that from here. Yep. Okay. Let's collect the money on that. Okay, right. Head back over the road here. And not sure what we need to do next. I don't think we need to do anything in our fields. And, oh, no, can't go through there. Well, I can, but I shouldn't. Next up, maybe I look at hiring some gear and at least getting a cut off this paddock here. Otherwise it's just wasted, isn't it? Don't know if it's worth turning it into silage with all the hiring of the gear, because I'd have to use something to pick it up. But if I cut it and hire a baler, but then you're only selling grass, aren't you? So that's not really worth a lot. What is grass worth? Assume that's down here. Hay, no. It must be up here then. Grass. 77 next month is the best I'm going to get, although I'm getting 79 now, potentially. If we turn it into hay, not a lot more. That won't be covered. That won't cover the cost of the additional equipment. So if I had the equipment, it would make sense, but I don't. It's not worth a lot, is it? What other crops could we chuck in there easily? Because I could just direct drill it in. Although if I cultivate it, I'll get the fertilizer from it. What can we put in at the moment? Carrots? No. These are cover crops. That's another cover crop. That grain maize. I haven't got ahead to harvest that anyway. Green beans? No. Long grain rice. Never ever have I done long grain rice. What's it worth? Might be worth doing just for the experience. Can my combine head do long grain rice? I think it can. That's that one there, isn't it? Interesting. I think I might give that a whirl. What else? Oats. Peas. Well, I've got 2 fields of peas, and I think they're going to yield a reasonable amount of money. Soybeans. Well, they don't need fertilizer, so there wouldn't be much point ploughing that or turning that grass over. Otherwise we're into the sort of normal. No. Sunflower, haven't got a head for that. I'm going to do long grain rice for a complete change. I have never done it. In the several thousand hours I've got on this game, I don't think... No, I know. I don't think I even harvested contract for long grain rice. So, the dangers of doing something new. My problem's going to be is there's no or very little fertilizer left in this. I don't think. Does it tell me solid fertilizer 777 litres, and I don't have any. Oh, I do. There's a little bit in there. That's that little pallet there. There's another 700 litres there. Okay. Let's see how we get on. So we'll pull this out. This lovely clean piece of equipment, which is now going to get filthy. That pressure washer is brilliant, by the way. It's got a much longer hose on it, and it's really fast at cleaning the equipment. So glad I've got that mod. Right, let's pull this round here like this. Something like that. Unfold it. Put the drawbar out. Nope. Unhitch it. Yep. We'll just drop that in there. I should have hung on to that weeder for a bit longer. Oh well. Maybe that's the incentive to buy it. Okay. In the long run, I probably do want to do some silage because there are some BGAs on this map. Is that going to be the best way of doing this slot? I guess. Might do... Nope. You can only do one. Can I do two? No, you are only doing one, it says. Yes, I do want to do silage in this. Use the BGAs. Buy a BGA, don't know. But that's going to be a fair way off because all of that equipment is very, very pricey. So, come on, get on the right track, that's it. Drop this down. Hopefully this is just going to direct. Yes! Well, it doesn't seem to be changing the nitrogen map. So do we not bother with the fertilizer maybe? Oh no, it is changing it very slightly. Okay. Maybe long rice doesn't need very much nitrogen. We will find out in due course. Right, get this quickly done. Oh, I'm planting peas, you wally. No wonder the fertilizer was doing weird things. We need long grain rice, which I'm assuming this will do. Yes, right. Let's go back to where we started so we don't end up with a field with a little strip of peas in it. I'm glad I spotted that then. Try this again. This crop can only be planted inside rice field. Oh. So that says peas. What does that little bit say where I've just started? Peas. Grass. So what do we have to do for that then? Is that the flooded one, is it? Let's do some oats. Well, I hope you're enjoying watching an idiot learn. Oats. Right. Okay. And that's definitely applying a load of fertilizer. I bet it doesn't apply fertilizer to this bit that's... or I've already gone over once. No, it doesn't. That's a pain. Oh well. We'll have a little strip that doesn't yield as well as the rest of it. I can potentially spread some fertilizer on it at a later date. It's worth it. Anyway, alright. On with this mad attempt. Well, I'm starting to feel like I have some of the, or two of the most awkward fields to work in. This one's a very interesting shape to try and do efficiently. Anyway, it's done. I had enough fertilizer on board. Quite happy with that. Now I've got to work out my weeding process. I'm kicking myself a little bit. Anyway, we'll have a look at our options in a second. Get this detached. Of course, the other thing I'm still not doing is rolling. Oh, of course I can lime it. Quickly do that, actually. I bet it needs it. Let's grab the limer, spreader, and quickly run some lime over it. That shouldn't take too long, and it won't give me a path for that. I guarantee it. And just for laughs, no surprise. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So, does that increase this yield potential to the expected? Brought it up, but it's still not the max. I would assume that might be that it would just need rolling, I'm guessing. But we do need to weed it. Don't want the weeds. Oh. There is. For 9,000. What was that one? Oh, that's cheaper in the first place. 6 meters. That one is 6.2. It works a little bit faster. It's a little bit wider. Now, this one's listed as weeder and hoe. Hoes pull out small and medium grown weeds between crops, improving the yield state. So is it that that one's just got both statements on it, whereas some of these just have the weeder statement or just the hoeing statement? So it's a little bit bigger and a little bit faster, and it's only, what was it, 9 something? 9411. I reckon that's worth going for. Does this tell you how many hours are on it? It does, oh, 71 hours. I wonder how worn out it is. Oh, we can change colours on this one. I bet it's going to charge me though. No, it's already charged me 100 for wheel setup standard. I can't do anything about that. Which bit did that change colour on? I don't think it changed its colour, did it? Oh, it's the grid on there. Mesh. Main colour. Let's go mad to... Oh, okay. And design colour. Oh, so you can't change the colour of the main frame, only the dangly bits. That's a rather hideous colour combination, isn't it? Oh, well, we'll just put them back to standard. There's no point having them anything flash, I don't think. I don't quite see the point of just having that grid bit. Or does it change these as well? Yeah, so it changes those plates as well. What does it look like if that's black? Maybe just go Onyx black on all of it. Yep, that'll do. So, oh, we can save ourselves 100. By making them standard 2. So the Trelleborg is just a little bit bigger. I think go with a BKT standard. Oh, that's $100. Design. Warning signs. No warning signs. Yep, I'm going for that. Right, let's go and get that. And then we can weed the field straight up. Okay, so probably should look at getting it repaired, although I suppose if it's worn out, does it maybe not pull out every single weed? How badly worn is it? Oh, not at all. Bonus. Alright. There's going to be a limit to how big an implement I can hang off the back of this tractor soon. It's getting a little bit light on the nose with these things on. Anyway, it's still functioning, so we're still going to carry on with it. It's a shame that you can't put... it doesn't have like a 3-point on the front or something you can put weights on, or more weight on the front. Now we should get a path for this one. Yes. I'm really not... I really don't think there's going to be any good way of doing this field. That might be slightly better, and then I can just go straight up and down in here and ignore them. And these corners, well, you just sort of work them out. So, I wonder if this is going to change the texture back to a sort of cultivated look. Drop it down, lock it in. No, it's not. Okay, well that's going to make it fun then. So I'm going to have to use the lines to know where I have actually been. Although I can still do any I've missed next month when they stick their ugly heads out the ground. Right, I'll get on with this little task. Right, well I think this is the last pass, although I am expecting that next month I am going to find a little tuft of weeds somewhere. Anyway, and the amount of tire tracks on here, I don't think you need to roll it. Don't think it works like that though, unfortunately. Right, let's find somewhere to place this, because I'm not going to need this again for a while. So I might just place it in the bushes here for a moment. Drop that off there. Right. Now then. I'm also wondering, when it comes to the yield. So we don't know, do we? It doesn't tell you, right? So you have to. I thought it popped up a thing saying. Actually, we don't want that map on that one, maybe. Ah, there we go. Actually, which bits are... So this little bit here is loam. So it's the best outcome is going to be here. Hold still. Soil type loam. Yield potential is 125%, and I've got 116. Now, I thought when I was looking at... So this bit down the bottom here is loam. So it only drops 2%, and they've pretty much been treated exactly the same way. The only difference, well, there is no difference, but the one thing that hasn't happened to them is they haven't been rolled. So in that one, does that one 2% going to be just from rolling it? Whereas in oats, might gain 8%. Oh no, that's the wrong soil type. Loam, 10%. Sandy loam. There's a bit of loam in this one. Loam, 125%. So it almost looks like you don't need to roll peas either. I haven't really checked it out, but could be another major benefit to the pea scenario. Yeah, on the silty clay, 89%, 89%. So the only one that's down a little bit. Oh no, that's 125 in that little bit. There's a little patch here then that's a little bit funky. Interesting. I shall have to find out. Right. So, what else can we do? Pretty much we're down to contracts again to bring in some extra. What do we got? Fertilizing, hoeing. I could do another hoeing contract if there's one nearby. I think all of these fields are... Oh, that's not too far away. That's a little bit of a trek. So's that. That definitely is. And that is. Where was that? Was it 81? No. No. 92. Any liming nearby? Got a bit of lime left. It's a little bit of a trek. That's going to be near it. And then these are way off. Yeah, that's a fair way away. Nobody want any cultivating done? Nope. Fertilizing, just I don't think it's going to pay for the fertilizer. 12's nearby. 12's really close. But I reckon it'll cost more than that in fertilizer. Although if we put it on the minimum, of course. 37, that's a little bit far away. 44. Oh yeah, that's over by the BGA. And that's right behind the BGA. I think that little hoeing job over there might be worth a crack. Let's see what that field looks like as well. Oh. Not a good field potential. I should look to see what fields are worth what, and what would this one be? Oh, that's not too bad. 90k we need to sort of aim at for something like that. That would be a good field. It's quite a nice shape. It's nearby. That one also, but that's a bit more pricey. This one's an interesting shape. Oh dear, no, that's not very good at all. Neither's that one. 13, so it looks like there's a bit of a good loamy area in here. That one was bit awkward. Yeah, that's not great. So no, I think sticking in the local area will be a better outcome. Anyway, let's grab that. Yep, that one there. Accept that. Yep. And actually, do I need... We'll mark it anyway. Don't think I need to mark it. I think I know where it is. So after putting my hoe in the bushes, I need it again. Right, let's head on over to 92 for a few dollars. Right, we're here. It shouldn't take too long. Get a track up. And get this one done. Well, Noah, that is your field de-weeded in the most environmentally responsible manner. You will now have a lovely field. And I get some money in the bank. Okay. I don't think there's much more left worth doing today. So, might just call it a day there. Alright, so until next time, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Comment, let me know ideas, where I went wrong. Learned a few things today. So, until next time, thank you very much, and see ya.